From KUNC and the NPR network, this is In The NoCo. I'm Erin O'Toole. Summer is a great time to see Colorado by car. And this summer, with high fuel prices pushing up airfares, more Coloradans may decide to keep their summer vacation plans a little more local. Colorado's scenic byways provide stunning alpine views, scenic national forests, wildflowers and waterfalls, and a connection to the state's historic communities and culture. So today on In The NoCo, we present a few great drives for your summer to-do list. Lenore Bates, manager of the state's Colorado Byways program, joined me with a few recommendations for where to take a drive this summer. Let's get into a couple of these scenic byway tours. I thought we'd start with Mount Blue Sky, which is one of the closest drives to the Front Range. Talk about what makes this drive special.
It's close to the metro area, so it's a great opportunity to head up and not only see nature at its best, because it heads up to one of the highest climbs and the highest roads in the nation, as well as seeing mines in Idaho Springs. There's a wonderful mine to visit, the Argo mine. But you can learn all about the alpine flora and fauna, the small little animals that are up there, the pika or the marmots, and of course those goats.
Do you have a favorite part of that drive?
I really enjoy actually heading the direction between Bergen Park and over Mustahe Pass up to Echo Park Lake. And there's some great overlooks along that way. So I think that's a great plan to start from that direction.
If people are looking for a 2 or 3 day trip from the Front Range, you recommend driving Grand Mesa on the western slope. What makes that drive so spectacular?
You are getting into an actual national forest and just experiencing, hopefully, the hiking that's available, all the lakes. This mesa is full of a lot of alpine lakes. But also on the other side of Grand Mesa is a cute little town that you can also explore, and it's Cedar Edge, and it has a cute little mining town type of museum.
So what would people see at the museum?
So the museum actually would include a variety of things. It talks about the history of Cedar Edge, which is actually orchards, but it also has silos, it has a chapel, and it has just old Western buildings that have in this collection that just make it really special.
Let's say I want a drive with a lot of interesting Colorado history. You recommend the Santa Fe Trail in southern Colorado. Talk about why that one is special.
So that has a lot of our history for the nation also, with not only our natives, but also with our travel, going from stagecoaches and wagons to just the transportation of goods. And one of the highlights along that is Bent's Fort. A lot of trading went on there and a lot of history, and a lot of our information about Colorado can be explored and learned. It's like hands-on learning, and they have a lot of historians there. So it's a great opportunity to see our history and touch it.
What kind of boost in revenue do towns along these byways see when tourists take these drives?
Over 50% of the actual visitors to Colorado have expressed that they have been on byways. So that's a huge economic benefit to our rural areas. And when they're out there, they need those services that I mentioned earlier. The restaurants, the lodging, the gift shops, the galleries, and my favorites are, of course, like ice cream or fudge, these other places to stop along the way. So it is really important to our economy.
Yeah. I want to ask about the Top of the Rockies byway. Tell me how this drive lives up to that name.
So it travels over 3 passes in Colorado. So it's the Fremont Pass, Tennessee Pass, and Independence Pass, which means it actually crosses the Continental Divide 3 times, which allows people not only to see the Continental Divide, where, of course, that's where the water flows either to the Pacific or the Atlantic, and people love to take photos.
And you're going to go by some pretty high peaks on that one.
Yes. Our 2 highest peaks here in Colorado are right outside Leadville, and you could probably also see them as you're heading over Independence Pass also, as well as the view shed along the Collegiate Peaks, which is another byway just south of that.
The state has installed recharge stations for electric vehicles along 20 of the byways in the state. Are you seeing more EVs taking these drives?
Actually, we are. We had some research last year that came out from the tourism office, and it's surprising because it's breaking out between regular cars, diesel, EVs, motorcycles, etc. And the EVs are actually really a significant amount of our travelers nowadays.
No, your office recently released some audio tours for 10 of the byways. Here's a clip.
We invite you now to take a break from the pavement and explore Camp Hale National Monument. The vast valley you see before you was once frequented by the Ute tribe, the oldest continuous inhabitants of Colorado, beginning as early as 1300. During World War II, the valley was transformed into a training ground for the 10th Mountain Division, the U.S. Army's first and only mountain infantry division.
What did you learn working on this project?
I learned a lot about each little stop. There's so much history along Colorado, but most of all, I learn about the people that really care about their communities and they want to share their stories. So basically, it's the community sharing the stories to our visitors.
What do you hope people will get out of driving with one of these things?
I hope it's like a 101 class of Colorado 101. There's so much rich history just outside our back door. So hopefully people can just explore.
Lenore, do you have a personal favorite scenic byways drive?
Actually, I was going to mention Collegiate Peaks, which heads from Granite, Colorado. It heads down towards Buena Vista and Poncha Springs and Salida. And I think it's just a great highlight of Colorado, just seeing the Collegiate Peaks, seeing the river, the Arkansas that's located there, Browns Canyon National Monument, as well as my favorite is the hot springs. So that is like the highlight of it all. Any time of year, those are perfect.
You have some fond memories of that one then.
I do, yes.
That's Lenore Bates, manager of the state's Colorado Byways program. We'll have links for you to check out all of Colorado's scenic byways, including those that now have free audio tours you can take with you on your summer drive. That's in the show notes and at KUNC.org. And we want to clarify a couple of points from our recent interview about Colorado Parks and Wildlife working to remove brook trout from Colorado streams. First, the brook trout are being removed from some, but not all, Colorado streams to preserve the native cutthroat trout. Second, a Parks and Wildlife representative stressed that the trout with 2 Y chromosomes are created through selective breeding and hormone treatment, meaning they're not genetically modified in the way that term is typically used. That's it today for In The NoCo. I'm Erin O'Toole. Thanks so much for listening.